Hey everyone, Jezza here. We got a trailer for the next Mission Impossible, and we have to check it out. So I'm going to go on full screen, and we'll have a listen. I'm having some trouble with OBS getting it centered in the screen, so sorry for that. But let's watch, and we'll talk about it. Cool. Planes, love planes. Ospreys, good.
Our lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives
Nice
are the
visuals.
sum of our choices.
Ving Rhames doing a. He's saying some stuff about.
Everything you've
Oh, it's like flashbacks and stuff. Okay.
come to this. When the need for
Haha.
certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him. Should he choose to accept?
He looks good.
For every life you tried to save, you gambled millions more.
Huh.
And now the fate
The
of
key,
every
that
living
key.
soul on Earth is your responsibility.
There he is running.
Pattern, isn't it?
Far out, this is good.
Refuse to sacrifice the ones you hold close.
Wow. Hanging off the plane.
Right side, brother. I have no regrets.
I'm trying to get that AI. Oh,
I need you to trust me. One last time.
cool. Cool. I'm impressed. I haven't seen this yet. So I'm just seeing this for the first time. I'm impressed. Paramount is going to copyright the crap out of me. Whatever. Let's get to a nice visual here. And I want to talk about the previous movie, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Or whatever they changed the name to. I'll just leave it here. So I went to the movies and saw Dead Reckoning Part 1. I love Mission Impossible. I am more of a Ethan Hunt man than a James Bond man. I like Mission Impossible. They're more fun. Tom Cruise brings his A game every time he acts. Not just in the Mission Impossible franchise, but any film that he does, he brings his A game. Whatever you think of him, Scientology, whatever, I don't really care. That's his business. He cares about entertainment. He really has a passion for movies. We've all seen the clip of Steven Spielberg saying, "You saved Hollywood" with Top Gun Maverick, which I adored that movie. Tom Cruise has a special special place in my heart, is what I mean to say. Yeah, and I love him, and I went and saw Dead Reckoning Part 1, which they've changed the name. I was a bit conflicted on that movie because although it was stunning and took it in new directions and stuff, they did the cardinal sin. They killed off my favorite character, Ilsa. Ilsa Faust. They killed her off. Rebecca Ferguson. I loved Rebecca Ferguson before it was cool, before she was in Silo, before she was in all these things. I thought she was badass. I was introduced to her through the Mission Impossible films. And I thought, in this day and age of, oh, we have to have the strong female and all that, Ilsa was actually a genuinely strong character. Female or no. She was just a good written, compelling character. And there was a romantic interest with Ethan and Ilsa, and they wanted to run away together, but they couldn't. Was that in Rogue Nation? At the end of Rogue Nation. So yeah, I love Mission Impossible and I love all these things, but they stuffed it up with Ilsa, and they introduced Grace, and you're kind of like, oh, everyone has to love Grace. I don't like Grace. I don't like her. They should have stuck with Ilsa. I believe she was doing different things with her career, and they sort of killed the character off because she was doing. Well, I mentioned Silo. She went off to do Silo and a few other shows and movies. So that's sort of my experience with Dead Reckoning Part 1. I have rewatched it since, and I've come around more to the threat of... It's kind of a based movie. It's kind of like trying to tell us something about AI and control and who has that control and power. It's trying to actually do something quite different and quite advanced. So I did like it. On rewatching it, I did end up liking it more. But Grace never won me over, and I was still sad. Every time I see Ilsa, what happens to Ilsa, I get sad. That all being said, there is room to see this new one. And I'm open to seeing the next one. Apparently it's the final one. That probably won't be the final one, but I will totally check this out. I'm pretty much blown away by this trailer already. So there's a couple of things I want to look at. So we'll get some stills here. So we've got Ving Rhames doing the voiceover. Wow, even like... I appreciate shots that are cinematic. We're watching a movie, it should be cinematic. The cinematographer, not only the director, who I forget the name of the director of the most recent Mission Impossibles, but the cinematographers are the sort of unsung heroes in my book. They're the unsung heroes, and the musician composers. The music in this was great, with the build-up of the classic theme. So he's on a sleigh with the dogs. That's cool. It looks good. I want my movies to look cinematic and good. Let me put the volume down a bit. I'm liking this already. We've got going down underwater, because if you remember, that whole AI construct was housed in a submarine, and I've heard that they've been filming with a real submarine in real life to make this movie. And that is cool. That's like taking it to the next level. I love biplanes, old school planes, World War One-ish sort of biplane, Red Baron stuff. They've got some here, and he's going to be climbing on them and jumping from plane to plane and all that. That's great. That's great. Ospreys, I like. So they bring in the military. They do, even though the Mission Impossible Task Force is sort of off the books, they do get help from, as we've seen in previous movies, the CIA and other military assets. So there'll be that intertwined. There he is running, of course, he's running, doing the class. That's a good shot there with the Hueys, the choppers. That's a Black Hawk, I think, and that's a Huey there. And just looks good, looking good. I'm wondering who is the threat in this movie. I know, well, there's a couple of antagonists. There's the AI itself. There's that dude from Mission Impossible 1. I forget his name. We'll look at the cast in a second. Here, I think this might be a bit of a dream sequence, because I might be wrong, but I think it was Ilsa who was coming down and kissing him and breathing air into him, which we'll see in a second. There, he's got to run. Hey, Tom Cruise is a natural athlete. He's a great runner. Let him do his thing. Good. Flashbacks to the first one. The submarine, yeah. The keys. Looks like they've been found by some native people. That's how you control the AI, right? With those two keys. That's what the first movie was about. So we got the red biplane, the yellow biplane. Epic chase scene. I mean, look at the vista of the cliffside and the ocean. That's excellent.
The need for certainty is absolute.
I really like this woman. I forget her name.
The odds are deemed impossible. The mission falls to him. Should he choose to
He's looking good for however old he is. He's having that adrenochrome. I don't know. There's the crew. There's the crew looking out the window. There's Pom. I don't know who this is, but there's Pom, Benji, and there's Grace. There's the bad guy. Now the bad guy does a really good job in the first movie. He looks svelte and suave, and he's sort of the minion of this AI construct. And I like the words he uses in the first movie in Dead Reckoning about you can't escape the logic of the AI. It sees every permutation, every outcome. You can't beat it. That's why I've joined it. And then he was trying to convince Ethan and everyone to either hand over the key or join me or die. So that's good that he's back. Ving Rhames, I like him in these movies. He's sort of the glue that holds the team together. Sort of the tech guy, along with Benji. Cool. There she is. I forget her name. We'll look up the cast in a second. So it looks like some native people find the keys. All the flares underwater. The visuals look so good. There's going to be a countdown timer for this. Water coming into the submarine. You can see the payload that it has. It has like all these torpedoes and I would hazard to guess nukes as well. Next year, that's a bit of a shame, huh? But spend more time on post-production and I'm okay with it. London.
That's the pattern, isn't it?
That creepy guy again. Look at that shot of the biplanes. Looks like Benji and Ethan might be... Something bad happens.
Ones you hold close.
Look at... Is this Ilsa? That's Ilsa. Yeah, so he's still dreaming of her. I'm glad that she's still in the film, even in flashbacks. Epic fight scenes. Cool. Look at this. They're flying so low and he's climbing on them.
I have no regrets. Neither should you.
Wow, it just looks action-packed. I love it. Look at him hanging off the plane.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
Sounds like the last mission. The final reckoning. Wait for that boom. Film for IMAX. Good, because I'm a member of IMAX and tickets are very expensive. I can't really go that much, but if it's filmed for IMAX, and I know that the director does prefer IMAX, well then I'm gonna go probably premium seating because I'm too big for the normal seats. Premium seating, Melbourne, because I'm in Australia. Melbourne IMAX, that's what I'll do. So let me bring up, to get our full screen for a second, I've got a billion tabs open. Let's have a look at... Yeah, this was the final reckoning, but what did I want to look at? I want to look at cast of Dead Reckoning. Here is everyone. Hayley Atwell, I have nothing really against you, it's just I didn't like you being propped up and taking Ilsa's place when Ilsa was already such a compelling character. So it's just a directorial decision that I don't like. But that's okay, whatever. Tom Cruise, I love you. You bring your A game every time. You are passionate. You entertain me. Look at what you did with Top Gun Maverick. Look at what you've done with all your films. I hear that they want to do a Days of Thunder, a second one of those. Rebecca Ferguson. I love you, Rebecca. You're so beautiful. You're such a good actress. And Ilsa is such a well-written character. Such a shame. But I'm glad that she'll be back in... It shows that Ethan is still thinking of Ilsa. Maybe he wished he did run away with her after all. Vanessa Kirby is a great actress. She plays that arms dealer. It'll be good to see her again. She has a stunning look. She's quite beautiful. There's Pom, Clemente. I can't say the last name. She's what's her name? Mantis. What's her name? Is it Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy? That's her. Ving Rhames, good. I want him in it. Luther, that's what his name. Yeah, that's right. And then we've got sort of the secondary cast. I see Carrie Elways is there. Frederick Schmidt. He was, what's his name? Zola, the brother. Yeah, that would be funny. Where's Big Bad Guy? Did we miss him already? Where's Bad Guy? There's just a few different people. This is like secondary cast. I don't really know these people. We'll see. Remember, I'm looking at the cast of Dead Reckoning Part 1, not Final Reckoning. So I'm just recapping from that movie. So I'm excited to see all these people again as my YouTube loads. Spinning wheel. It'll be cool. I'm excited. I'll go with my friends like I did with Dead Reckoning Part 1. Like I mentioned, IMAX. And we're going to have a great time. It's going to be cool. I love you, Tom Cruise. I love you. Like, you love art. And I appreciate that. Because guess what? I love art too. I used to be an actor myself. I'm no Tom Cruise though. I was like a child actor, yeah. Okay, we had a little look. That's great. I'm excited. And I hope you're excited. What do you think? Did you like Dead Reckoning Part 1? Because I didn't like it so much when I first watched it. And then it was more subsequent watches that I was like, oh, this has got something to say. I'm excited for this new movie. 2025, IMAX, I'll be there. Excellent. That's what I wanted to say. We had a good look at it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.